Hello and welcome again to our channel. If you're thinking about buying property in Colombia in 2026, either to invest, rent, live here, or even qualify for a visa, this video is for you. Because buying real estate in Colombia does not work like it does in the US, Canada, or Europe. There is no escrow, no title insurance, and real estate agents are not licensed by the state. This doesn't mean it's unsafe. It means you need to understand the system before you invest. In this video, we'll cover whether foreigners can legally buy property in Colombia, why Colombia is still attractive in 2026, the real legal process step by step, cost, risks, and common mistakes, how property purchases connect to visas, and which cities make sense depending on your goals. Let's start with the basics. First, can foreigners buy property in Colombia? Yes, any foreigner can buy property in Colombia. Even if you don't live here, you don't have a visa, you're only entering with a passport. There are no nationality restrictions. You do not need a local partner, a Colombian company, or a permanent residency. What is mandatory is that the funds enter Colombia legally. The purchase is done through a public deed and the property is properly registered. Second, why invest in Colombian real estate in 2026? Colombia remains one of the most attractive real estate markets in Latin America for structural reasons. First, entry prices. While apartments in the US or Europe easily exceed $350,000 in Colombia you can still find solid properties between $80,000 and $180,000 depending on the city. Second, rental demand. Driven by expats, digital nomads, international students, tourism, and urban housing shortages. This keeps rental demand strong, even in slower cycles. Third, visa opportunities. A property purchase can be the basis for an investment visa if structured correctly. And finally, market inefficiency. Colombia is not a fully mature market, which means there are still pricing opportunities if you know where to look. Third, the legal buying process, step by step. Step 1. How your money enters Colombia. This is the real first step and the most ignored one. If you're a foreigner, your funds must enter through authorized banks, be traceable, and be properly identified. Why this matters is mandatory to register your investment, required for visa applications, and necessary if you want to repatriate capital later. This step alone can take 2 to 4 weeks. Step 2. Property search and strategic analysis. Before falling in love with a property, analyze the neighborhood, real rental demand, the building's internal regulations, and what type of use is allowed. A common mistake, buying based on aesthetics, not legal or rental viability. Step 3. Title study and legal due diligence. In Colombia, there is no title insurance. All security comes from a proper legal study. Your lawyer must review ownership history, at least 20 years, mortgages or liens, succession issues, seizure or forfeiture risks. This step is not optional. It's the difference between a safe investment and a serious problem. Step 4. Negotiation and deal structure. Here you define final price, payment method, timelines, penalties, and special conditions. If you don't speak Spanish, never negotiate alone. Many disputes start with verbal misunderstandings. Step 5. Purchase agreement, promesa. This agreement is legally binding, sets the rules, defines penalties and deadlines. It's not just paperwork, it's protection. Step 6. Public deed and closing. At the notary, remaining balance is paid. The deed is signed, taxes and costs are paid. This is the real closing. Step 7. Property registration. The deed is registered and you receive the certificate of ownership, proving you're the legal owner. 4. Cost and taxes. What to expect. There are no fixed percentages for notary costs in Colombia. They vary by notary and transaction structure. In general, withholding tax is paid by the seller, registration is paid by the buyer, and other notary costs are usually split. For rentals, rental income is taxable in Colombia. You don't need tax residency to have tax obligations. 5th, buying property and getting a visa. Many foreigners buy property because it can support a visa strategy. But the visa depends not just on value, it depends on structure. M Visa Real Estate Investor. Minimum investment. 350 minimum wages, approximately 613 million Colombian pesos for 2026. Key requirements: funds registered with the central bank, property in your name, legal origin of funds, and health insurance. Visa details: valid up to 3 years, is renewable, leads to residency after 5 years. A very common mistake is buying exactly at the minimum. Minimum wage increases yearly, and the result is that the property no longer qualifies. Our practical advice is to invest at least 60% above the minimum. Sixth, types of real estate investments. Direct purchase for rent, full control, applies for visa, more responsibility. Real estate funds, with professional management, no visa, less control. Crowdfunding, with a lower entry, no visa, and a higher project risk. Joint ventures, higher returns, high legal complexity, only for experienced investors. 7. Rental models and regulation in 2026. Short-term rentals, or Airbnb, it's still profitable in some areas, heavily regulated, and building rules matter. Long-term rentals, more stable, less regulatory risk, and lower volatility. Co-living, it's a growing model, higher income potential, and more complex management. 8. Cities that make sense in 2026. Medellín, still strong but no longer easy. More regulation, selective zones, and professional management required. Envigado, stable, well-managed, strong long-term demand, ideal for conservative investors. Sabaneta, lower enterprises, but requires project-by-project analysis. Rionegro and Eastern Antioquia, one of the strongest long-term plays, great for families, residency plans, and appreciation. 9. Common mistakes to avoid: skipping title studies, improper fund entry, trusting only agents, ignoring building rules, buying without visa or tax strategy. Buying property in Colombia isn't complicated, but it must be structured correctly. When done right, it's safe, profitable, and can open migration opportunities. At Nexo Legal, we guide foreigners through secure purchases, investment registration, tax planning, and investor visas. Talk to us before signing anything.